Let me take this opportunity to say a few words. Actually, I have to introduce about the organizers and the objective in conducting this conference. But I will share after a few minutes because our guests are waiting. We recognize the presence of our chief guest, Dr. Tamara ma'am from USA. And we recognize the presence of Elizabeth Lucas ma'am from England. And one more, our chief guest, Dr. Entisar. These three, our chief guests are waiting. So I request Dr. Chakravarti ma'am, Dr. Swati Chakravarti ma'am to introduce our guests and please give them time to speak. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Here it's a great opportunity to hear from all over the world. So I welcome His Highness Dr. Tamala Akwahashi. She is a Vice President of American International Education Federation and Professor in Software Engineering in USA. So I request if ma'am kindly share your views, and we will be really lucky to hear from you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm really glad to be between all of you today in this event, this conference, which discuss the issues, challenges, all the situation that the women are going through in the world. So, ladies and gentlemen, dear guests, as a Peace and Goodwill Ambassador and the Vice President of American International Education Federation and a President of American Group for Conferences, Consultation and Training and the President of American German Organization for Development and Peace, we are really proud and glad to organize this conference with the rest of the parties. And it's my pleasure as well to be all together today in this conference, Voice of Women, which deals with women's situations, challenges, rights, issues, needs, and empowerment. Gender equality is a human right, but our world faces a persistent gap in access to opportunities and decision-making power for women and men. Globally, women have fewer opportunities for economic participation than men. Less access to basic and higher education, greater health and safety risks, and less political representation. Women's health education and safety is another important area. It's becoming an increasingly impactful issue for women. Guaranteeing the rights of women and giving them opportunities to reach their full potential is critical not only for attaining gender equality, but also for meeting a wide range of international development goals. So we are here today to discuss the issues and the situation that faces the women and how it's impacting them and discussing the solutions. Gender equality means that men and women have to be equal, empowered, and equal opportunities for financial independence, education, and personal development. Women's empowerment is a critical aspect of achieving gender equality. It includes increasing a woman's sense of self-worth, her decision-making power, her access to opportunities and resources, her power and control over her own life inside and outside the home, and her ability to affect changes. Countries around the world are working to contain the spread and impact of COVID-19 coronavirus. And as we all know, women were impacted more than men during COVID-19. Evidence from the past indicates that women can be affected in particular way, and in some areas face more negative impacts than men. Women stand to lose the most during the coronavirus pandemic, but steps can be taken to ensure that women's role in the economy and in all industries can be made stronger during the recovery phase. Economic challenges during the outbreak pose a serious threat to young women's work and business activity and expose them to increased risk of exploitation and abuse. The UN Sustainable Development has set 17 goals to transform our world by 2030. We have a 2030 agenda. Goal number 5 is to achieve gender equality and empower women. The tech field is one of the main targets, the Sustainable Development Goals. Women in tech fully support the UN Sustainable Development Objectives by contributing to 5 of the 17 goals. We will discuss today the role of innovations and technology in women empowerment as well. The United Nations stated that the whole world needs to focus in developing markets for innovations that advance gender equality, integrating gender issues within innovation, promoting women as innovators and entrepreneurs, and investing directly in technology-driven innovative solutions that meet the needs of women and girls. Besides, building market awareness, investment, and industry-wide actions to grow an innovation market that advances gender equality and empowerment of women and girls. One more important point here is developing tools and methodologies with industry partners to take a gender-responsive approach to innovation, promoting women as innovators and entrepreneurs, and investing in innovations and technologies that meet the needs of women. UN Women takes a partnership approach to accelerate industry-wide change and remove the barriers to women and girls' advancement in innovation, technology, and entrepreneurship. Innovative approaches are needed to ensure the women from entrepreneurs to informal workers to C-suite executives are empowered to actively engage in their economics. Technology is a unique avenue to advance the economic empowerment of women and girls. All communities should work in closing the global gender gap in technology and economy. Again, all communities should work all together in closing the global gender gap in technology and economy. The access of the technology, control of it, and the ability to create and shape it is a fundamental issue of women's human rights. One important factor here is women technology education, economy education, the education for women. We need to help end the gender technology gap and economy gap and empower women and girls to create innovative solutions to advance equality in their communities. Closing the gender technology economy gap means helping girls access training and educational opportunities in STEM. Everybody knows what is the STEM stands for: science, technology, engineering, and math. Also in economy, IT, and fintech. We should invest work that helps empower girls and women to pursue opportunities in their fields. Decision makers and governments need also to consider to secure improved access to and control of technology and economy for women and girls, especially in remote and marginalized areas. Women facing severe economic shocks are more likely to take on high-risk work for their economic survival. Responses to the outbreak must protect and support young women's economic empowerment. The specific needs and contributions of women as workers, business owners, and entrepreneurs must be better understood and addressed when developing measures to reactivate the economy. All aspects, from accessing financial rescue packages, credit and unemployment benefits, to removing barriers for women to perform higher skilled and better paid jobs, should be considered for the economic recovery to be effective, inclusive, and sustainable. Today, more than ever, there is a need and an opportunity to rebuild a sustainable market system capable of generating value, positive impact, and profit at the same time. Also, companies shall recognize this need as well as its competitive advantage to create specific business strategies aimed to reducing the gap between men and women. Also, stimulus packages must include social protection measures that reflect an understanding of women's special circumstances and recognition of the care of economy. This means ensuring health insurance benefits for women, those most in need, and paid or sick leave for those unable to come to work because they are taking care of children or elders at home. Also, leaders must find a way to include women in response and recovery decision making, whether at the local, municipal, or national level, or international level. Bringing the voices of women into decision making will lead to a better outcomes. The women's empowerment should be through implementing principles and procedures and offering guidance on how to promote gender equality and women's empowerment in the workplace, marketplace, and community. We need a humanitarian structure that places women's needs, rights, and empowerment at its heart. That means longer-term funding cycles to enable them to take the empowerment approach. We need structures that break down the soils that exist between our different strategies. Thinking and funding structures and brings together humanitarian, development, peace, and security planning and funding for holistic responses. National action plans in women, peace and security serve as a good practice for this, where humanitarian needs, development needs, and security priorities are brought together under one framework with the objective of stability and peace. Women here need technology and business for the same reason as men, to develop their marketable skills, enhance their economic opportunities, participate in informed decision-making, network, promote themselves as individuals, or simply to have fun. Women need technology to participate in the modern world as equals. In summary, women need technology and business, education, but also more women in technology and business and education the whole world needs. Thank you so much for giving me the time to hear my words on how to have a motivated woman in our world, where the woman is the main source of inspiration for our world. Thank you so much.
So much, ma'am. It's wonderful to hear you. Thank you. Now we are moving on to our next esteemed keynote speaker.
I am Dr. Vijay Carlin, Professor and the Life Foundation President. Greetings to all excellencies, to Royal Highness, eminent leaders of great organizations, chief guest, honorable guest and speakers, and my dear audience. It's my pleasure to welcome all the MNCs today for your precious presence. Today, the purpose of this conference is to understand that we have to empower women and also to protect the girl child. This is not the day we are celebrating, but we have to remember that we have to celebrate every day for the upliftment of the girl child and women. It's our responsibility being women that we have to protect ourselves as well as the nation and the people who are in deprived state. My humble request to all the eminent excellencies to protect the girl child and women. Here the theme of our conference is, I would like to inform to all the audience once again, that is women leadership, protection of girl child, sustainable development. The conference objectives are to bring the voices and insights of a diverse range of experts from around the world and to set action plan for the advancement of women and the achievement of gender equality. So today I would like to say a few lines about women leadership. Women leadership. Yes, we see the entrepreneurs and the women leaders in parliament. How many members we are noticing? Are we able to see the large numbers in organizations, in good heights? Are we able to notice here the members of parliament or the presidents, prime ministers. We can count on the fingers. Then we can notice that the great leaders in an organization as well as in the parliament are very low. Now it is our responsibility to echo our voice that we need large number of eminent leaders, and eminent leaders not only in parliament, not only in industry, but everywhere. We want the eminent leaders to be in great heights and pioneer the younger generation. They have to remain as a role model to support the younger generation. So it is our responsibility to lay a path, the path which shows the younger generation the right path where they can move ahead and support the nations and empower the girl and woman globally. So we need to look at the bright side of the global world, where the girls and women to be placed in great heights. So here the research and the studies also shown that the leaders are very low even in the developed countries. If you look at the developing countries, we are not seeing great number. Even many countries, they haven't noticed leaders in their organizations, or they have elected one woman leader in their parliament. So it's shown very clearly, we have to strive hard. We have to fight for our right and empower our gender. So these conferences, when we conduct regularly, definitely it is going to support and bring the responsibility in the minds and hearts of the people, that is especially our gender, to look at our gender and to be placed in the right position. It is the right to be in the great heights. We want to see our women and girls to be on the pinnacle of success. It is our responsibility to look at every corner of the nations where we are living. We are living in our country. We Indians, we are living in developing country. Here also we notice very less number of parliamentarians, very less number of industrialists. And though they are in good heights, they notice lot of drawbacks. They find very less support from the male, their colleagues, their subordinates. They face a lot of problems in their organizations. Definitely, we have to look at and support the eminent leaders and march ahead. This is about our women leadership. So we have to fight for our right and shape our nations to be empowered with more number of women leaders in organizations as well as in the parliament. As leaders, presidents, prime ministers, every area we want our women to be placed heights. The next, if you look at the protection of girl child, yes, again, it is showing our responsibility. The girl child before conceived, they were thrown. They were not even allowed to see this beautiful world. They go for the feticide. They kill the child before the child see the beautiful world. What right the parents has? When can't they allow them to come out of this world? Come out of the lovely home and see the beautiful world? They doesn't have any right to look at the beautiful world. They doesn't have, they didn't dream about the beautiful world where they're going to live happily. But what we are doing as a parents, being woman, mother, when father says something, the mother accepts to kill her own blood. So this should be eradicated. We have to look at women should be grow in ratio. Even the research says, the study says, the ratio of the girl child is very low when compared to boy child. It is declined. The day by day, the ratio is declined. Even 2011 census has shown the same result. Where are we? Being educators, we say that we are growing up. We are progressing We are marching ahead. We are developed countries. We are developing countries. Even the developed countries also noticing the same. When I inquire as a psychologist, where are the women in developed countries? Very rarely we see the people. There also we can count on the fingers. So again, we have to look at, and girl child before conceived, she's thrown out. And the other problem is with the child marriages, especially the developing and yet to develop those countries. We notice the child marriages. Very at the young age, they're supposed to get married after 18 years, but they're getting married before 18 years. So we have to concentrate even on the burning problem of the child marriage. Before reaching the right maturity levels, she is getting married. And she is not able to understand the consequences which is taking place in her life. She's so innocent. She's so lovely girl, an angel. She's not able to understand the problems which is occurring around her. She's so innocent. That is the age to play. That's the age to dance. That's the age to celebrate with her peer group. But we are not allowing to live happily in this world. Tears are rolling down. When we hear such cases, when we deal with the cases, it touching our hearts. Being a woman, we have to protect our children. We should not allow the child to get married before 18 years. At a very young age, they are becoming pregnant. They are kids. They can't control themselves. They can't take care of themselves. But they're giving birth to another child, another doll. How can they take care of the child? What maturity level she has? How she can protect the child in this world where many try to give a great punch on the young girls? Being a young child, how can she protect another young daughter? Very horrible it is. We have to concentrate even on this burning problem. Child marriages to be abolished, to be banned. It is our responsibility being educators. We have to concentrate on this burning problem. We have to put down this act. We have to condemn this act. So the another problem we notice is sexual harassment, child abuse, child labor. There are so many issues to concentrate, to address. Child labor. When we move to any organization, we see small kids working in the organization where the organizations are very typical, very tough. Even the elders can't maintain. They can't bear the temperature. So adverse circumstances, they will be working in the organizations, in the industries. There are acts, there are rules. It is framed by the government of every nation. UNO, UNESCO, everyone are concentrating. Everyone are framing up the rules. But how many are implementing? How many are following? How many are taking care of and acting according to the rules? No, no one is bothered. They want to have their own benefits. They look at, and the parents, because of the below poverty line, they send their children to their industries. They knew very well how much tribulations they're undergoing, how much trauma they're going. They know very well. Even then, they send the children to work as a labor. Do they not know? They know about the problem. Then why do they send? Are they so hardcore? No. They have the soft heart. Still they send because they need to live. They need to live because they are under poverty line. There is no proper finance support from anywhere. Even both parents work. They cannot afford. They cannot live happily, comfortably because of the high prices. Everywhere it is a problematic. They need to send their children. So this child labor has to be addressed. We have to look at this burning problem. We have to control as well. The other problem is sexual harassment. the children, the small girls, they do not know what is happening to them. Even 9 years, 8 months baby, years baby, so small, so beautiful, so lovely angels. These people, men with a lot of desires, they crush in their lives. What right they have? The small children, they stepped into this world, beautiful world, to lead happiest life, to have the fun, to have happiness, to celebrate every day. What we are doing? Men with desires, they're crushing the lives of the young girls. What right they have? We have to concentrate even this problem. 9 months, 8 months, what pleasure, what desire, it will be fulfilled. What pleasure they gain with the little kids, angels. Who has to protect them? But they are least bothered. They want to fulfill their desires. They want to have the pleasure. They want to enjoy the life. What pleasure they have? Nothing. Being women, a mature woman, educators, the high standards, high profiles, it is our responsibility to look at these problems. We have to address them, not simply addressing them. We have to concentrate on the steps. We have to implement the acts perfectly. We have to move ahead, work, strive for the benefit of the small kids, lovely angels, our daughters. There are many issues, child abuse, and the girl child who got married at the young age. We find the domestic violence. Women and girls are prone to a lot of adversity. They're suffering a lot. Domestic violence, parents, they say, especially as a counselor and psychologist, I address so many these issues. I get the cases. They say the burning problems of the daughter. I say, why do you send to in-laws house? She's saying no, she's suffering. Parents say, if we keep the child in our house, we have another younger daughter. She has to get married. If you ask her to stay back, who is going to get married to this younger child? And this is a burden to us. It is like a hot earth on our heart. We can't. We need to send. And these girls, unbearable. They can't bear the tribulations and trauma. What they do? They commit suicide. The lovely young children, who may be the great scientist, maybe they will be the great industrialist, maybe a great entrepreneurs, or maybe the great research scholars, who can invent, look at the innovative ideas and support the globe to lead very happiest life. What are we doing? We are sending the girl child, though in spite of saying that so many tribulations she is undergoing in the in-laws house, we send them. This is mostly taking place in our India, in rural areas, not only in rural areas. As a psychologist and counselor, I noticed many cases even in the urban areas. In the cities, in the educated families, they send the child to in-laws house. If you want to die, you die there. Please don't come to my house. Please don't come to house. And we also observe honorable deaths, honorable killing, as our religion is great, our caste is great, and the killing the young girls, young generation. So we have to address so many problems are there, so many burning problems, especially the girl child, women. They're undergoing a lot of tribulations. It is a right time. It is a need to address. Not only we are going to celebrate this March 8th as the Women's Day, International Women's Day, but this day, I say, not only this day, we have to celebrate every day. At least when we celebrate every day, we remember the issues and the burning problems of the girl and the woman. And we may walk forward and we try our best level to solve the problems of women and girl child. So I would like to request all the dignitaries and the viewers, audience, Royal Highness, everyone, kindly concentrate on these problems. Let us not forget these issues this one day. Let us march ahead. Let's go hand in hand. We concentrate on the problems. We go ahead. and we try our best level to solve the problems. It cannot be implemented within a one day. Government are not able to solve all the solution, all the problems or issues erased in the nation. How can we solve at a time? But slowly, when we move ahead, march ahead, united together, definitely we are going to solve. We are going to have this kind of conferences to strengthen ourselves. So slowly, I'm sure one after one, we are going to solve the problem, and we support our society being the human beings with the human heart. We need to concentrate on the burning problems. We need to concentrate. It is our responsibility. And the next, our theme is sustainable development. Yes, till now we concentrated on the issues, the burning problems, the sustainable development, what we have to look at. Here we have to concentrate on the gender equality. When there is equality, when there is parity of gender, then only we see the growth. We can empower women. Sustainable development is very important. We have to concentrate even the sustainable development of the girl child and the woman. Here, education is very important. Here, UNESCO says if 3% of the women get educated, definitely the nation will be progressed, at least some part. So there is a probe. If woman is educated, her entire family will be educated. If our entire family is educated, nation will be educated. So we have to look at the literacy rate improve the literacy rate of the girl child. Dropouts are high. We have to counsel the dropouts, and we have to help them to study further. So we have to encourage. Education is nothing but all-round development. So if you help the girl child to be educated, she can boldly face the challenges. She can be stand on her own legs and support not only herself, but her family and also her sisters, siblings, and the nation. So education is very important. Next, we have to concentrate on the poverty. We try our best level to erase the poverty. How to erase the poverty? Again, the answer is education. If she is educated, she will be self-employed. She develops her own industries, small-scale industries, large-scale industries. She can be employed, and she will not be a burden to the society, and there will be development. And sustainable development, that is, a girl child is educated, she will be concentrating on the innovations. So innovative ideas will be generated, and she'll look at the innovative and technical related innovations where the society will be empowered with her innovations. And also, we have to look at the sustainable development of the girl child, especially climate change. We have to concentrate even on the climate change. Environment is getting polluted. So all this is related that only with the education, the girl child can concentrate, can change the climate. The present condition, we all know, we are facing the problems of the climate change. So we have to concentrate. So even the research and the study says by 2063, the woman empowerment is difficult. But if all educated women, when we are united, not 2063, I'm confident very nearby, very soon, we can solve all the issues which we are going to discuss on this global platform by the eminent personalities and the excellencies. And they're going to put forward many solutions and ideas which can be implemented in the form of action for the welfare of the society. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to express my feelings on this subject. Thank you once again.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for the wonderful presentation. Rayala Ishwari from Telangana State, advocate. We invite Rayala Ishwari from Telangana State. Ma'am, will you please unmute and speak?
This is Rayala Ishwari. Happy Women's Day. Happy Women's Day to every woman. Today we are here to celebrate the goal of a woman, and I am very proud to say I am one. A woman plays many roles with one body, mind, with every restrictions and every restrictions in our opportunity society, who have been taught many years struggling for an equal stand, when we have am the same as anyone we stand all equality as man, and any graduation. I hope in coming years to see an equal ratio of genders in every protections, because we fight everyone to be better.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for your precious words. Next, I invite Dr. Farida Shabir Mala. I invite Her Excellency Dr. Farida Shabir Mala.
Hi. Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You are audible.
Okay. Greetings to everyone, all the dignitaries from the world. Happy to meet such lovely people on this great platform organized by Dr. Raja Rao Rajpalli. Thank you so much. A great applause for him for collecting so many good peoples from across the globe. First of all, save girl child. Our struggle starts from there. Save the girl child so that you allow the female version of God to enter the world. Then you educate them. Most important is education, because education is root cause of all the success they can have in their life. Next, give them the decision power. Once they get the power to decide, then they can choose whether they want to go forward with their career or with their family. If they choose their career, then they can make themselves enough empowered so that they don't need any financial dependence on anyone. But if they choose family, then again they can go into a cocoon. They need to come out of that cocoon and think for themselves too. Yes, men are empowered. Men have the power in the family most of the times. Majority of the times they do so. Female needs to understand that though they are living in a very sustainable, maybe they are living in a very comfortable place, but then too they need financial independence. This is their right. They need to decide this, and they need to empower this apart from all the responsibilities they can have with their family. Importance to their choice. If they decide at any point of their life that they want to make or go ahead with the financial independence, give them the power to give them the importance to their choice. Last but not the least, there is no point like zero. If anybody dips to 0.0, there is always again bounce back in the life. You can start from any point in the life. Women need to understand this. After getting to the verge of worst phase in their life, they can bounce back anytime. All they need is to educate their children too, so that in future, if they come across any situation, then they are empowered themselves. So if you empower a woman in the family, your full family is empowered. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Really, it's amazing, ma'am. Thank you so much once again. Can I have the presence of Her Excellency Graciela Jabalos? Graciela Jabalos. Grace. Ma'am, please unmute.
Turn off. Prende tu micrófono, hermosa.
Buenos días a todos. Excelencias, quiero agradecer la invitación a este gran evento internacional, Voces de Mujer. A sus excelentes, honorables BJE Caroline, Mahmoud Abudá, Rajarrao Padigalili, desde mi país latinoamericano, República Oriental del Uruguay. Es un honor expresar mis palabras desde mi corazón, llevando luz, amor, sanación, paz como terapeuta holística, desarrollando mis terapias naturales para armonizar, equilibrar el cuerpo físico, mental, emocional, espiritual de las personas en el mundo. Como mujer ícono de paz, mención de la India. Como embajadora de paz, mención de Marruecos. Como parte del eslabón de la cadena de paz de Argentina, dedico este mensaje para todas las mujeres del mundo, pero también para toda la humanidad, titulado Caminar por la vida. Desde el principio de la creación divina, siglos y siglos atrás, nosotras, mujeres, hemos dejado huellas muy profundas, tanto en el cielo como en la tierra. Las historias antiguas y modernas nos unen, nos retratan como mujeres fuertes, guerreras, sabias, hechiceras, sanadoras, madres protectoras, jefas, líderes, guías poderosas que vamos batallando con nuestras familias, pueblos y naciones enteras. Somos sobrevivientes, resilientes y muy valientes en este camino de la vida. Solo sé que debemos seguir transitando, caminando por nosotras mismas, por nuestras familias, por las demás mujeres, por nuestra humanidad entera que nos necesita, sin distinción de género, sin discriminar, dejando huellas, plantando semillas de luz por donde estemos en este globo terráqueo, con sonrisas, con palabras de fe, de aliento, consuelo, respeto, empatía, humanidad, hermandad, pacificación, llevando nuestro espíritu libre, sin egoísmos, sin miedos, sin egos, sin celos, con nuestras heridas cicatrizadas, mentes iluminadas, llenas de sabias y enteras acciones, corazones limpios, sin maldad, llenos de perdón y amor incondicional, dispuestas a dar lo que brota en nuestra pura esencia, con emociones y sentimientos llenos de nobles y dignos que nos permitan dar el valor real a la existencia humana. Continuemos, mujeres, todas unidas, transitando estos caminos de la vida, una y otra vez, pidiendo a Dios llegar a cada rincón, pidiendo a Dios llegar a cada rincón del mundo, que Dios nos proteja y nos guíe en esta misión de amor, de paz y de unificación de los pueblos. Gracias.
Thank you, Excellency. Thank you so much. Now we recognize the presence of Her Excellency, Her Excellency Queen Nadia Harihari, Success World Academy founder. She is with us. We recognize her presence and we invite Her Queen Excellency to share her views. Thank you, Excellency. Please share a few words. Her Excellency Nadia Harihari.
Wow.
Excelencia, please.
Yes.
Success World Academy founder.
My traductor, please.
You please wait. Really amazing. Now I would like to invite Her Excellency Dr. Ambassador Raja Nagara ma'am. Will you please share
Yeah. Hello, everybody. Thank you very much for the invitation and for this opportunity to be with you. Thank you for all the interventions and the speakers, the guest speakers. Okay, today is Women's International Day. I would like to wish happy International Women's Day for all the women who is the mother, who is the sister, the woman who is this world. If you want, it is the beginning of the existence. Today, really, I don't prepare something for this intervention. I would like to say what I am feeling. I'm a woman, and I know what is meant by women. Women is the mother. I'm a mother, and the fear of a mother for their children, for her family, for her friends. All these means that women is the essence of this existence. Without women, we cannot progress. For this reason, we are trying to challenge the one of the sustainable development, which is the gender equality, because women's rights are very important in order to reassure a very a very strong society, a very strong man. Why not? Because women is who gives birth to men, to daughters, to who will be in the future doctors, teachers. Women is all these things. Women is all. And today we are very happy that many of the men are believing that women is deserves to be in the first line in everything. You know, even in coronavirus, women are all the time challenged and face all the difficulties and the bad circumstances of the coronavirus. We find women even in the first line in everything, in every difficulties in this life. You will find the meaning of a woman in your life, in your study, in your progress, in your thinking. I wish that all women will live in a good and healthy situation, especially that we now we see how much money, how much women is facing this corruption and injustice from the other side of the world, which is who is the man, who are who is the society. So women today is the first personality or the first essence that should everyone stand by her in order to get her rights and to progress with her to a better world. Thank you very much for this opportunity. I'm very happy that I am with you. Happy International Women's Day to all women, to your mothers, to your sisters, to your wives. Thank you very much, Dr. Raja.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for your wonderful speech, ma'am. Now I request all the gentlemen to please stay with us because we have a program at the end. All gentlemen, please stay with us. Don't